Yo, what is up, everybody? This is your boy Prime Dice, and welcome, Bit Heroes family. I really hope that you guys are enjoying my content. I really hope that you guys are enjoying me coming back and just grinding and having fun with you guys on the live and everything, okay? So, as you see in the title of the video, we're going to talk about if Bit Heroes is dead or what is the status of Bit Heroes and what is happening with the game, so on and so forth, okay? I was having a conversation with Adrian, and he told me that it was okay for me to actually like do this type of video. You know, it's public information and whatever, so that way anybody that has any doubts of the game, they can come over and watch this video. That's why that you see that the format is different. You know, it's not going to be like my YouTube videos that I've been doing. You know, let's take a little bit personal. You know, if you're enjoying my content, please like the video, please subscribe, and if you have any doubts or whatever, just comment down below your opinion as well related to this video and related to this topic. Or if you want to add your little two-piece or your little sprinkle in there, just add it down below. You know, just be respectful, okay? Okay, so we all know that Bit Heroes has been missing content for a really long time. You know, they came out recently with the new world boss, tier 21 world boss, and it has this ancient in there as well. It's like a D4. Really amazing content. That's what got me back into the game, you know, and I'm really enjoying the sets. I mean, you all have been seeing with my videos, and you've been seeing on my live stream and whatever, you know, just trying to have fun, you know. But obviously there's still some things that needs to be fixed, needs to be improved, and hopefully I can actually either tell all of those things if I can in this video, if I don't forget anything, or you guys can help me down below, okay? We're also going to address the issue or the main concern that we all have been asking ourselves. It's like, why is there a lack of communication? Why aren't the developers communicating with us? Like, what is going on? Okay, so I will address that as well. Adrian gave me permission for that. So obviously we all know that if we look at Bit Heroes, you know, it's a fun, you know, pixelated game, whatever, like whatever you want to call it, you know, it is really fun. I really do enjoy the grinding and everything, but we all know that it has some issues, and we could see like a better quality of life when it comes to the game, right? For example, we still have the world boss bug, you know, that you get ghosted now. I think that's a new term that people are calling it. At least they fixed that you didn't have to close the game and reopen it back in. At least you can now just back out and just rejoin the server and whatever with whoever you were running, you know. But that shouldn't happen. That we need to do that. Like last time when I was grinding, that happened to me like over 15 times, you know. I was grinding with JD and whatever, and that happened a lot, okay? And by the way, guys, I do apologize. I have allergies today for whatever reason. So okay. So that's one thing that I wish that they would actually fix, you know. That world boss bug is just ridiculous, right? And talking about world boss and when you continue to play the game more and more, from my understanding, it's a memory leak, and the game begins to lag like really bad, okay? But that's an easy fix. You close it out and you open it back up again and whatever, you know. But we shouldn't need to be doing that, okay? This is a unique game, okay? Okay, I'm not trying to bash the game in any way or shape or form, okay? I'm just telling you about some issues that could be improved, you know, for the quality of life of the game. You know, it's like, okay, they're not putting out content too much, but guess what? Then let's fix the game and have better quality of life, so people can enjoy more grinding or playing the game and whatever, you know. Most of the time I play on my computer, you know, because on my cell phone, and my cell phone is it's worse, okay? So but the game is really fun, okay? So that at least when it comes to world boss and whatever, that is some known issues and whatnot. Obviously we have the issues of the new set, you know. I'm assuming that they're actually fixing it and whatever. I do apologize, guys. Obviously depending, so I think I was in my stream with Mental and Mariah, I think it was, and what we came to find out is that depending on the boss that you're actually encountering in world boss or whatever, the higher your turn rate, that's when it begins to bug out, just because of all the calculations, all that stuff, etc. So hopefully they will fix it and not nerf the proto set. Hopefully there's no nerfs coming out there. Obviously, what else? Okay, so aside from that, the other thing, I will come up with some other things, but I don't want to just be negative and whatever, so I want to include some positive stuff in there as well. So what I mean by that is that obviously Adrian responded to my Discord message when I was asking, like, why is there lack of communication. I'm gonna pull this up right now so you guys can actually see it, and you guys can read along with me, and I will share my opinion and my thoughts when it comes to this. Okay, so let me get this over here real quick. Wait, I think I messed that up. Give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. Supposedly you guys can see it right there on the screen. Okay, so what he responded to me is, why is there a lack of communication related to the status of the game, new content, etc. Okay, Adrian took out of his time to actually respond to me in order to get this information out there to you guys, so everybody stops wondering what is happening with the game or whatever. I mean, you guys can read it, but I'm still gonna read it because I want to give my 2 cents when it comes to all of this. Adrian responded, I think it's fairly common knowledge that the entire tech games industry has been going through a lot of these past 2 years, and that is so true. I mentioned this because we had a handful of staffing changes behind the scenes, but I don't want that to sound like the game is in a bad place. In fact, I feel like we're hitting our stride again after we reach our Q1 goal of releasing the new boss. So most of the things why this is just my opinion and whatever, whenever you're changing staff consistently within in a organization, especially developers, remember that every time you change developers or whatever, the new developer need to come in and they need to be able to relearn the code. Well, not relearn the code, they need to learn the code of the game that they're going to be working on before they can actually start working on it, right? We don't know how many people that they have actually shifted around or whatever. We don't even know if it's the developers that they have been shifting around or whatnot. At least I don't know that. If you guys know that, hey, by all means, just let me know down below, okay? Obviously there are things that we are not tracking, so that's why it's like, okay, what the hell is going on? Why isn't there no new content? So I believe that this is one of the reasons why we haven't been having like really good content lately or whatever, or maybe some quality of life changes or whatnot. But at least with the new world boss, they hit the Q1 goal and whatever, so hopefully they can continue to keep that momentum and just be able to provide more content or tweak the game to make it even better, etc., so that way more people will come back in, etc. Okay, the next part. What this means as far of our recent lack of communication is that there has been some uncertainty if we could hit the goals before us with the resources at hand. This community has had some rough history with being promised more than a team could deliver. Any lack of communication at this stage has largely been my own personal decision. I have been adamant that we don't message anything until we know we can deliver it on the release date. This is huge right here, just because how many whenever Bit Heroes had the previous owners, right? How many times did we get promised stuff and things, and they were like over hyping us with a lot of content that was going to come out, and they didn't deliver. So I really do appreciate this, because that way you're not giving people hope and whatever, etc. Yes, it would be good that all of this you can actually keep. At least my recommendation would be like, hey, I know you don't want to over deliver or over promise and whatever, but keep tabs in Discord, like send a message, hey, we may be working on something, or hey, maybe, or just something, it's like, hey, we don't I mean, I understand what he means, but the reason that he doesn't want to voice it out or whatever, at least for the developers, that we don't want to be heartbroken again, like we have been, like whenever the NFTs came out, and we all know about that, all the promises and everything that the previous developers or the previous company said that they were going to do, and they didn't deliver, and that's why so many people are salty and so many people are pissed off because of that, know. Why? Because we bought into, like, people that bought into NFTs and whatever because of the lore that was going to come out and whatever, and that didn't happen, you know. So it sucks because now now these new owners, they need to fix those past mistakes, and they need to tread carefully moving forward, so again they don't over deliver or over promise something that they will not be able to do, you know, especially if they're moving staff around and whatever. As you can see from our pre-release efforts for the new robots on our Steam page, we're eager to share as much as we can once we feel we can guarantee the release. It's not that we don't want to share, it's just that we don't want to disappoint. Exactly. So I prefer, it's like no communication as well. It also disappoints, you know, because then people, including myself, we think that the game is in maintenance mode, you know, that the game is, it's not going nowhere, that the game is just gonna die and whatever, you know. But hey, at least coming from him, at least he's explaining this everything here, so at least we can, I'm not saying go now and just dump all your money into the game and whatever, you know, just be cautious, you know, just use critical thinking and whatever, you know. Me, I'm gonna spend money obviously, like here and there and whatever, etc., but I'm not going to go crazy, you know, obviously, until I see obviously like a like that they keep up this momentum of bringing new content or fixing at least the game, the issues that we have in the game as well, etc., you know. And obviously on the next one, it says, as our workflow gets tighter and tighter with each update, I'm able to start previewing upcoming content sooner and sooner. I hope by the end of the year we can be discussing things like a player facing roadmap or a state of the game message. But for now, we want to avoid over communicating our plans too far ahead while we work to rebuild trust with our most dedicated and longtime players, as well as the new ones joining the game every day. And I totally, again, I agree with this, you know, but I do apologize. It's obviously the more they begin to make their goals, the more content that they can actually begin to produce and whatever, and then the more communication that will be obviously available for us and whatever, you know. But again, I understand that there, at least Adrian is being really adamant and actually just trying just to be careful, because right now what he says here is like he needs to build trust with the community again, you know. And how can he do that, you know, right? Just comment down below and just let them know, you know. Maybe they will see this video, you know. I mean, I'm gonna post this video everywhere, you know, but maybe they will actually see this video, and maybe they will begin to read the comments of what you guys have to say and whatever, and obviously maybe they will begin to implement it, you know. I mean, I know on the sidelines there are some other top players and whatever that have communication with the developers and whatever, etc., you know. But I really do have high hopes when it comes to the game. I really do have high hopes, especially with this message, well, over here that you guys are seeing it, especially with this message, you know, that clarifies the lack of communication, and I completely respect that, you know. I really wish the best for the game, you know. I truly believe that if this is the idea behind the scenes and whatever, I truly believe that the game is just going to get better and better, and it's going to flourish eventually, you know. Obviously there are people that they're salty and they don't give second chances or whatever, you know. I'm the type of person that I prefer to see actions rather than words and whatever, etc., you know. So the words, I will take them and I will hold you accountable to your words and whatever, you know. And then as time goes on, then obviously your action and you delivering eventually, you know, will actually match up for what you wrote or with your words and whatever, okay. So key point to take away from this, you know, obviously the industry has been facing some challenges, and we all know that, you know. There has been internal restructuring and staff changes when it comes to Bit Heroes, you know. We know that the lack of communication it was an intentional strategy in order to not overpromise nothing and not to break our hearts again and whatever, you know. They're trying their best in a way to actually build that trust again, you know. I feel that if you want to build more trust, then you just need to, you know, communicate a little bit more and whatever, be it. I mean, I know that they can over communicate their plans into what they want to do with the game, you know, because then if they can't deliver it or they restructure it again, then it's going to take way more time and whatever, you know. But that's what I feel that if you actually bring more content into the game, you know, more events, more content for free to play players, better deals in the shop as well, you know, like better deals in the shop as well, better events that will actually keep the players hooked and not just the same old recycled stuff and whatever. I feel that people will come back. You know why? Because even as a free-to-play player, they will have something to look up for. You know, they will have something that they will actually want to want to grind and do, because the rewards from the events are just amazing and whatever, you know. Like, and how can you help free-to-play players with that? Guess what? Put some deals in the shop that they can buy with gold, you know, some resources, because in order for them to grind an event, they need resources. If they don't have resources, they can't grind, you know. I truly believe that the game is going to be heading in the right direction. Obviously NFTs is something that hurt the game whenever it came out, you know, just because we all know that because of NFTs, they had to take the gem rewards from tier 2, where everybody was camping at and whatever, you know. I'm not saying that, look, I'm not either against or in favor with NFTs and whatnot, you know, but from my understanding, if NFTs is going to break the game and it's not going to make it enjoyable, then you just need to get rid of it, you know. How that's even going to be possible, I don't know, but yeah. Me, I was looking into buy an NFTs, but right now they're hella expensive, because the perks and everything and the benefits, it has really good benefits, you know, like especially if you're a free-to-play player, you know. I mean, I know if you buy it, I mean, it doesn't make you a pay to win either, you know. But it has really good benefits if you just spend one certain amount of money with that, and that's it, you know. You will get value out of it, you know. I'm not telling you to go and buy an NFT right now and whatever, you know. They're hella expensive. I'm not even, like, I saw the prices and what else, like I'm not going to buy an NFT, because right now you can just buy it from other players and whatnot. Okay, I know I'm ranting a lot, I know I'm talking a lot and whatever, you know, but I just really want this game to have a better, at least no new content or whatever, but at least, hey, yeah, we're fixing on some known issues and whatever, you know. Hey, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy to do all of that, you know. I don't even know and like how the code is written. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes and whatever, you know. But I really wish that at least the memory leak, the world boss bug, the proto set bug as well, that's just lagging the game or whatever with the infinite calculations, better deals in the shop, for pay to win players, for free to play players as well, you know, something that we can actually enjoy. And obviously our daily gore, like, come on, like, why do we have a daily gore that's only 25% for everything and for 30 minutes? This is not beneficial. So instead of having this, put maybe like 100 gore and whatever, and put a bub gore in there, or put some resources that you can buy with the, you know what, leave the daily gore if you want to leave the daily gore, but add some resources, you know, make it enticing, so that way people will want to buy this daily gore and whatever, in order to get the resources, in order to farm. Because remember that it's not about the retention and having people play the game, but if they don't have resources, they will not be able to play the game. Let's see, who knows. The event is the Easter event, I think that's what's coming up next week, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see how that event is, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I just wanted to tell you the reason why there was a lack of communication, you know. Point out some bad things that are in the game. I know I miss a shit ton, I'm not even gonna lie. I know that I miss a lot of other things, you know, but that's why I have you guys here, you know. That's why I have the community here. As a community, we can voice out our expressions and everything that we have, you know, in order to maybe hopefully make this happen, so the developers can actually see it or whatever, and actually see that we do care about the game, you know, and that we don't want it to die, and how we can, and how they can improve it for us, you know. That makes sense when it comes to obviously their goals and whatever they have in mind, you know. But hey, yeah, again, I've been ranting, you know. If you like the video, I know I missed out on a lot of things. Again, I was MIA for almost a year, you know. So again, as a community, we can all voice our expressions, you know. Be mindful, be respectful. If you want to be heard, you can't be acting all radical and whatever, you know. Just you know, right? So we're all adults in here, you know. Well, most of us are adults and whatever, you know. So I really hope you guys like this video. I really hope that you guys, to me, that is amazing news, whatever Adrian sent over to me, you know, and to why the lack of communication, what is happening behind the scenes a little bit, you know. So just send this over to everybody that you guys know, point them in the right direction for this video, so that way they understand what is going on and everything. And again, comment down below, because I know you guys are either going to like this video or you guys are going to hate me because I missed out on a lot of things. Okay, so peace out everybody. Prime Dice out.